Brilliance Audio presents The Winemaker's Secret by Cynthia Ellingsen, performed by Kate Rudd. The vineyard stretched across the bluff, its vines etched against the horizon in the muted light of the midsummer night. Laughter rang out across the main room of our family restaurant, Olives, as the party spilled out onto the patio, and wine glasses clinked in good cheer. My grandparents, holding hands in honor of their 60th wedding anniversary, stood next to the wrought iron railing overlooking Lake Michigan and the nearby town of Starlight Cove. In the distance, the lighthouse twinkled, its cheerful rhythm flashing against the water. I let out a shaky breath. The speeches were just a few minutes away, and my parents had requested we all say a few words. My grandparents deserved to be celebrated for the wonderful family and business they'd built together. But the idea of public speaking made me want to go do inventory in the wine cellar. "You okay?" Kelsey Whitaker, my best friend since grade school, gave me an encouraging smile. "I know you're nervous about this, Abby." "I'm good." I adjusted the straps of my A-line dress. "My plan is to shock and awe." Taking in the crowd, I added, "Though that shock and awe might come from the moment I run for the door." "You can't do that." Kelsey smoothed down a loose strand of my hair. "This is your big chance to show your grandfather you deserve your dream job." Earlier that week, our operations manager had finally retired, but Pappy had passed on my application. He'd said he wanted the replacement to be someone comfortable in the spotlight. I figured the best way to get him to reconsider me for the position was to knock it out of the park with my anniversary speech. I planned to talk about the cherry tree that had prompted my grandparents to buy the vineyard. It was a sweet and sentimental story, important in our family history, and if I made it through without a panic attack, my grandparents would love it. To take my mind off the stress of the speech, I took a gulp of Chardonnay. Its buttery texture was smooth on my tongue and balanced with notes of apple and spice. It was young, only 2 years old, and one of our best Chardonnays yet. Kelsey leaned against the polished oak of the bar. "I wonder what your scandalous brother came up with for his speech." "Dean?" I said, surprised. "Why?" He stood in the corner of the room, sporting black skinny jeans and a black t-shirt like some too-cool-for-school rock star. The outfit irritated me. Maybe because, even though my brother was pushing 35, he still dressed like a rebellious teenager. She took a sip of Cabernet Franc. "No reason." "He's trouble, Kelsey," I warned. "You know that." Dean was also the best-looking Harrington, with his impish smile and wild black hair. He'd spent the past 15 years doing who knows what in Chicago, and last week he'd come back. No warning, just rolled up the gravel drive on his Harley and sweet-talked my grandmother into giving him a room in the main house. Clearly he was up to something. It was only a question of what. I planned to figure it out, and soon. The rest of us worked day and night to keep this place up and running, so I didn't appreciate Dean waltzing in like he'd never left. He assumed, in spite of everything, that he still had a prime place at the table, which bugged me to no end. "Trust me on this one," I said. "You do not want to get involved with Dean." "Relax," Kelsey rolled her eyes. "I do not have time for your criminal of a brother." "He's not a criminal," I mumbled. At least, he hadn't been for several years.